we have all these classes. We're taught, all these things, but there's no class saying here's how to adult 101. There's no such
Right.
thing.
Right. And it's not till you're well into that adult life that you might realize, wait a minute, this is not how I expected to be an adult. It seems like I'm doing the things maybe my parents were doing, or guardians or grandparents, or whatever. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It's just that sometimes it didn't work out the way you're planned, and also you're different from those people. Even though you come from the same line, you still have different qualities and characteristics and personalities. So it only makes sense that you've got to create what's right for you. And that's just like going out and purchasing a pair of shoes. You're going to purchase the shoes that are right for you. And maybe they're similar to the people you grew up with, and so forth. But having having your own identity just feels better because it's yours and no one can take that away from you. So if you grew up being taught to be a certain way and conditioned to be certain, I mean, society does that to us too. Society says, we have these roles, these are best fit for women, these are best fit for men. And, they try to put us all into silos. And so it just feels better when we're getting to make those choices for ourselves. And the best way to begin doing that, to take it outwardly, is to first go inward and really understand who we are on the inside and write that story, define it for yourself. And that way you become more authentic and people will know you for truly who you are. And I don't know, you've probably found this in your life too, Zoe, but the more authentic I became, the more people came into my life that were needed in my life, that are my lifetime friends, and they're the mentors and the people that were right for my life.
Yeah,
And
that
that's when
makes
my life
sense.
started really turning around and I started feeling like, yeah, this is more meaningful. This is more fulfilling. I have, I feel I have more of a purpose now because I know what I stand for. I know my beliefs, and my values. So once I was able to put all that together, um, life became, I don't want to say it got easy because, life in general is just not easy.
No,
It's
no.
ups and downs all the time. But the way I approached those challenges and the way I approached life was now suddenly much more meaningful. And it was also, it made it maybe easier to bounce back. I'll say that, if,
Yeah. And
having
you
a
have your
challenge, it
tribe.
was
You
no
have that
longer.
support because you finally are in tune. You know where you're at, and you're drawing people of like mindedness because you found that
Yeah,
spot.
I
I think
became
that's
more
what you're
authentic.
saying.
You're right. That's exactly. I mean, we can relate, as women, especially. And I remember being afraid. I was in my early 40s, and that was when I was, questioning everything. And I made the decision one day, and it was about a few years into this questioning process. I'm going to start dressing more the way I like to dress. And I'm talking about for work, going to work. Now, it wasn't, it was still professional, but I was going to be picking things I felt more comfortable in. For one, I stopped wearing high heels,
Yes.
pumps.
Yep.
I was in corporate, but I have never liked wearing pumps and the higher heel. They're just not comfortable for me. I'd rather be in something like I wear loafers and loafers that tie and loafers you slip on. And I found ways to dress around that. And I just felt so much more at ease and comfortable. And then one time I decided I'm going to cut my hair and I even colored it for a little bit in a kind of a plum color. And, but I was just trying out new ways to express myself and my authenticity and the way I felt on the inside. And I didn't feel weird when I did it. What I was afraid of was people wouldn't like me anymore. And what I found out is that more people appreciated my authentic person rather than the person I was. No longer they weren't hesitant to approach me anymore. They approached me because I felt open to them. And all I was doing is really just trying to be more authentic for myself.